And now I'm in your free to play guild, but I'm not going to spin on that. But whatever. Um, but yeah, good day. Today was Father's Day. I hope you had a good Father's Day and got to watch the entire UFL championship, which I wanted to support the league. That's it. My team was not in it. I just watched it like I have every year, just because I like supporting the guys who have a dream. They're not professionals. These are guys who have graduated college and they're trying to get back to the National Football League, and I'm trying to support them to, I like to see people succeed, and if if I can, I know that people. I know it's like everything else. The more eyeballs you have, like we've talked about shows in the past that have not been good. A lot of people like Andor, unless your name is Matt. That's cool. You don't have to think it. I have my opinion. I think Andor was great. I will never stop saying that. I think Mara Jade should be in Kanan. I will never stop saying that. I think Hunters is good. I know a lot of you don't agree with that. I think it's. I'm not. I'm never a guy who is going to champion perfection, right? Because perfection is not obtainable. And so based upon merit in like for its time, we talked about on Star Wars Day, which was May 25th. I said Star Wars, A New Hope is the greatest movie because it's the best movie, and I will go on that. And if I'm ever invited on Gerbil and the Nooch show, I will say that Star Wars: A New Hope is the best Star Wars because it was the first one, and none of the others are possible without the success of A New Hope. And the original trilogy, a perfectly self-contained space western. And I'm just going to say this because it's like a lot of other arguments that really aren't arguments. Once you self-contain that, if you think that every sequel or every sequel or Andor or some of this is not good, then why are you playing with? Are you running around with a Rogue One squadron? Are you running around with a Night Sister squadron? Are you running around with a Bad Batch? Are you running around with a whatever? I mean, I'm not too proud to say. I'm not. I don't. I don't love. I don't. Frozen as a Disney movie is not my favorite. But before Sorcerer's Arena was around, I still play with Elsa. Elsa's the reason I don't like Frozen. I love Moana. I did a hot take, and I said I vastly prefer how far it goes as a song as opposed to Let It Go, or we don't talk about Bruno. But there's nothing I objectively hate about that, and we'll never get to know what that game is going to be like. Have they put in some other stuff because they shut the game down? I don't prefer the Acolyte, but if they put those people from that show in, we'll have to have a conversation. I will probably be, hopefully by that time I will have enough light side teams established where I'm not forced to until we get way down the road, and then we'll have to make a decision. But it's like, if you're to the point where you just absolutely loathe stuff, why would you give it any attention? Like, I mean, it's like what don't I love? It's like college football. I don't like Ohio State. I don't like Florida State. I don't like Notre Dame. I don't like USC. Guess who I don't watch? I don't watch Ohio State. I don't watch Florida State. I don't watch USC. I don't watch Notre Dame. And I know, there's no, and so if I'm ever afforded the thing where I can play NCAA football again, I'll play with those teams. Now, does that mean those teams aren't good? They're pretty good. They're iconic schools. I just don't prefer them. That's it. But as far as Hunters, I'm going to keep playing Hunters. Why? Because I like Hunters. I think there's value there. I want to encourage more of this. It's like we vote with our money. It's that whole idea of sort of like it's like you vote for the things that you like. You buy the things that you like. You support the things you like. Like I said, I supported the UFL championship game, even though I didn't prefer, the Stallions and the Brahmas were not my two favorite teams. I still prefer the DC Defenders, but I love the idea of helping people make themselves better. And to that end, I've just, this week, I didn't talk about it because it wasn't on topic, but it's not particularly on topic right now, but it kind of fits in with what we're talking about. Back in October, we had a guy come and he gave a talk, and it was a very powerful talk, and it changed a lot of people for the better. And since then, I just sort of have wanted to do more, and I haven't quite known how to get there. And then last month we had this thing, and I was like, I told whoever was talking that day, and it's just veiled curiosity. It's veiled right now because reasons. I told him, I'm like, I know there's a breakthrough that I need, but I just don't know what it is. And I'll talk more about this when I'm on a better footing with this subject. But it wasn't until this week. It wasn't until probably, I don't know if it's been 3 or 4 weeks, but it's been a little bit. And I've been wrestling with a lot of stuff. I don't know if you guys are familiar with a YouTube couple named Nate and Kara, but they did a video. They're travel vloggers, and they travel all over the country. They travel all over the place. They do these videos. They're very well done. And anyway, I just watched a video the other day where they were like, where Kara was talking about her being diagnosed with epilepsy. And it's like, you never know what's going on behind the scenes of people's lives. because it's not like I don't, there's never a character I'm playing. Except for that one time when I played Little Bag, and that was kind of a character, but I'm not putting on a persona, right? Like I'm never being somebody. So the person that I am on these videos is more or less these people on that I am in real life. And that's why I talk about football. That's why I talk about Christianity. That's why I talk about how it feels about personal, shows, because I'm actually the one person on social media that is trying to have a dialogue. That I'm trying to do this crazy thing where I'm actually trying to be social on social media, because I get bothered by the people that are on social media, whether it's whatever platform, pick a platform, and all they do is they just post photos of their family on vacation, or they'll post a family of the kids. They only post pictures. That's like the first and last day of their kids' school year, Christmas pictures, Thanksgiving pictures, vacation pictures, whatever pictures. That's the only time you see them. And it's ubiquitous I would say that it's ubiquitous on Facebook, at least in my experience. May not be your experience, but on my experience it is. But I'm the guy on whatever platform, whether it's here or not, it's okay that you don't like hunters. That's fine. You're allowed to have that opinion. It's fine. It's okay. You might love whatever. That's fine. But I'm never. I want to be the one to encourage that. It's like for whatever reason, we just hide. We hide. We think we need to be afraid. And that's tying back into my point about Nate and Kara, and about what I'm sort of alluding to is what's going on with me. There's a lot of fear. Kara was saying that she had no idea what was going on. She flew to Paris to hang out with some friends, because this is the type of person that Kara is, where she can, just afford to fly to Paris, hang out with friends. And then she gets a call from this doctor, and she's like, you need to, the doctor was wondering if you could come in tomorrow. And she's in Paris when she's like, she doesn't tell I'm in Paris, and she's flying home. And it turns out that everything's fine. It's just that the doctor wanted to go on vacation. And so because of that, he wouldn't, the representative wouldn't tell Kara this, but the whole time, because they're not giving, Kara's like driving herself crazy. Why does this guy want me to come in? And of course, your mind always goes to the worst case scenario. All the time, your mind always goes worst case scenario. Doesn't matter if you're starting a new job. It doesn't matter any new experience. Your mind, usually, mine does a lot. Maybe yours doesn't, but probably 999 times out of 1,000, your mind is going to go worst case scenario. And this is what happened to Kira. And it turns out everything's fine. She's just dealing with medication because she's on epilepsy. But when you're in Paris and you get a call from a doctor being like, I can't tell you why the doctor wants you to come in. He just wants you to come in. Can you do it? Same thing. We are so controlled by, a lot of people are controlled by fear. And on social media, it's very, you have to be unafraid. And today's Father's Day. I know I said Happy Father's Day last night, but still, when I'm filming this, it's still Father's Day. And that's what being a dad is all about. It's about bringing up kids. And now I know I'm going to get flamed for this. I'm sure somebody will have something to say. It's fine. But by and large, it's about a dad is about teaching your kids not to be afraid of stuff that there's no reason to be afraid of. Like my kids are 4 and 5. They didn't know how to swing the past few years, and they'd be like, "Daddy, can you help me swing?" And I'd be like, "Just pump your legs." And they'd be like, "Push me, push me." And it's like, I'm pushing you, and I'm showing you how. And I'd get done the swing, and I would show them how. I'm like, all you guys got to do is just sit down here and pump your legs. And they were like, "Well, I'm scared. I don't know how to do that." And it's just a minor thing, but for kids that young, it can be, my son. I think I've alluded to it. I think I've maybe talked about he's doing Taekwondo. Goes in the class, he's hiding behind me because he's afraid of of the lady that's teaching him Taekwondo. And I'm like, buddy, there's nothing to be afraid of. I'm right here. You just need to go and do what you're told. I'm right here. And you're going to be a better man for it. Because that's teaching him self-reliance. And so as I'm doing all this stuff with my kids, I'm searching for, okay, what is it? God, what is it that I need to learn? And this is going to surprise. This may or may not surprise you, but I'm like, but for a while, I've just been obsessed. I wanted to learn everything I could about this game. I still do. Like last night when we were struggling with the Executor, I had to go, pause, watch Arnold, watch whoever played this Executor event. Finally, I got through. But that's how we learn. I mean, it's like we make mistakes, and I don't pay attention to anybody else's accounts. I stopped doing that. I'll go in and I'll watch Nooch's videos of hey, this is week or day or week, whatever, 50s, whatever of my job are free to play. It's like, that's cool. But therein, I know that Nooch has played this game for what? 27 million years, something, probably not, but somewhere around that. I know it's not been out that long, but he's had like 14 accounts, done rushes all this way. I have not. I started playing, what month is June? 16 months ago? 16, 17 months ago. I have this account. Yes, I keep. I know I spent $10. Cool. Thank you. I'm going to keep bringing it up. I spent $10 once, guys. I spent $10 once on this account. Once. I'll do it again if they come out with for a CPAC, but because I'm not going to farm Director Krennic. So yes, if they come out with a CPAC, I will buy it. Yes. I'm going to pay another $10, maybe more, just because I don't have any interest in director critic. I could have everybody else done. Let's check. Let's check my C requirements, by the way, on this account, guys. Let's just check. See how close I am to Homeboy right now. Just see. All right, Pappy he's not Relic 7. Vader Relic 7. RG Relic 3. That's easy. Piet Relic 5 got that. Krennic we've already talked about. Sidious really. I mean, Sidious is easy to get. I'm never going to have him at Relic 7. It's just not happening. System Marauder, if I ever end up going for the, what's that thing called? The Leviathan. Obviously, I'm going to have that there. I'm not anywhere close to that. Dooku, not soon. Maul, Darth Maul, not soon. JKA, maybe. Grand Admiral Thrawn, probably not. Tarkin, no, Thrawn and Tarkin, maybe. Veers and Stark, probably yes. But there's enough on this stuff that I'm just never going to get. Why? Because I don't. Well, Darth Maul, come on. If they rework him, then maybe. If they rework Sidious, I might take him to 7. But I don't know. Well, there's just enough on there that I'm never going to. I'm just not. It doesn't interest me. Director Krennic does not interest me. He could literally be the last character on the thing. But that would be the only reason I would have C, because C's not a priority for me. So C's just not. And so I could be, director could literally be the only person that I need for C, and it would never happen. Never happen. But what I learned, back to what I was talking about, is I learned that there was stuff holding me back that I didn't know was holding me back. Like this. 4 weeks ago, I would have never even broached any of this. But I'm learning. I'm growing. It just happens. Because even as recently as of yesterday, I'm not the same person that I was yesterday. Not only am I not the same age as I was yesterday, I'm literally not the same person that I was yesterday. Because that guy doesn't live here today. He doesn't. And because I'm not afforded, the guy cannot live here today. The guy won't be back. Every day, you're getting a different version of me. The one you get tomorrow will be a little bit further down the road than the one that's here today. The one last week is like similar to the one that's here today. But that guy doesn't know nearly as much as I do. And so if you're not growing and you're not learning and you're not turning stuff over, that's what I do a lot of times, is I just take stuff and I just turn it over, and I think about stuff a lot. And there's one thing that I think has been because I came to this revelation. I texted my pastor and I'm like, "Hey, buddy." And I told him what was happening. And I'm like, I think I'm supposed to say something to more people. And he's like, okay, well, let's get together and let's talk about that. And so I'm just going to tell you that that whole thing is a work in progress. And you got just like a little slice of it today. But the big thing is never stop growing. And the thing and one of the other things that I learned was that sometimes we're blinded by growing. In a previous video, I talked about how there's only so many decisions you can make in this game. There's only a finite number of decisions you can make in this game. You know, what's the highest account in the game? Is it now 15 million with all the guys who's got everybody at Relic 9 with all the everything and everything everywhere. There's only so many decisions that can be made in this particular game. But outside of this game, there's an infinite number of decisions that can be made. And that's where the decisions that you make are important. I probably don't have anybody still watching at this point. I've been very appreciative. I didn't think that I was going to be when I started. But if you're still here, we're working on who we're still working on. We're driving. We're continuing the slow, methodical trek towards Princess Leia. And if you're still here and if you're still watching, it's closer than you think. The answers. If you're still here and you're still looking, maybe you're just hoping that I'll say something normal about Star Wars. Yeah, maybe. But if you're still here and you're still searching for answers, we all are. I am. I mentioned the guy who doesn't live here anymore, that the guy that you watched last night. The guy that's here today doesn't have all the answers. We'll never have the answers because I talked about how nothing is perfect when I opened. We're not capable of understanding the perfectness of Jesus this side of eternity. And this is what has happened throughout this journey. He has opened up so much stuff just because I've been willing to listen and accept the fact that he knows better than I do what's good for me. I don't know if any of this made sense. I hope some of it did to some of you. I would not be surprised if this is my least viewed video, because there's a lot of stuff, and I want you to be sure. I just get in here and stuff just pops in my head, and I mentioned the thing that happened last year is during the encounter he told me do what I tell you to do, say what I tell you to say, and don't worry about the fallout. That's not your job. That's mine. And it's been a process, growing every day. And now that I'm at this point, it is what it is. Anyway, I hope that you have a blessed day. I hope that you have a good night. Hold the line. I'll see you tomorrow. Until then.